Hello, this is the first CGI word problem. It is lesson 1. Kids should all know how this works. So they will need their cubes. They should have 20 of them, and they'll need something to write with once they have solved the problem. I am going to scaffold this for different kids. When I say this is the end of group 1, then I would like you to pause the video. And if you are not group 1, you're going to pause, solve the problem, and then come back to this video for the second portion of the problem. Okay, lesson 1. Blair has a collection of seashells. She's really excited about them, and she wants to share some with Grady. So she goes over to Grady's house and says, "Hey Grady, look at these really cool seashells." And Grady's really excited. And he says, "Oh, wow." And he looks through them and he sees a few that he really, really likes. And so Blair, being the kind, generous, and helpful kiddo that she is, says, you can have them." And so she gives some to Grady. Now, Grady, well, we don't know how many Grady has, but we do know that now instead of 6, Blair only has 2 seashells left. How many seashells did Blair give Grady? Now, before you start taking your cubes and thinking about this, I'd like to pull out the clues. What are the clues that we know in this problem? Yes, Blair started with 6. Okay. What's another clue that we can see in this problem? Yeah, we know that Blair ended up only with 2, and we also know that she gave away. So we're talking about taking away. We're talking about subtraction. And the last clue that we have is that she was left with 2. So you're all detectives now, and you're going to take your detective hats, and you're going to use your cubes to represent the seashells. So think about the first step. What would you do to represent how many seashells Blair started with? You have 10 here. Do you need 10? No? Okay, well, how many do you need? Yeah, you need the 6. So I'm just going to tell you that that's where you should start if you were a little unsure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's a couple other ways to start too, but this is a pretty typical strategy. And then I think you can probably figure this out. So this is the end of this lesson for group 1. I would like you all to go and figure out the problem, write a number sentence, and explain your thinking to a parent. Okay, now this is part 2 of this problem. So we found out that hopefully you have gone through the problem and have discovered that this number sentence looks like 6 minus, and we know that she ended up with 2, so you probably broke 2 off, right? Oh, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So 6 minus 4 is the same as 2. So this would be the mystery problem. This is the mystery answer. Blair gave Grady 4 seashells. All right, now Grady has these, how many? 4 seashells. And he's really excited about it. And he ends up taking his seashells his small collection to a beach. And on the beach, he finds a lot more seashells. A lot. And now Grady has 20 seashells. So he went from having 4 to collecting a bunch and having 20. The mystery is, how many did he collect? So I'm going to stop. You can stop the video now, or you can continue to listen for clues. Okay. The clues that we know is what? What are the clues? We know that Grady started out with 4 seashells. We know that he found some more seashells on the beach. And we know, so we're dealing with addition. And we know that he ended up with 20 seashells. So there's a lot of ways that you can solve this problem. I'm not going to give you any strategies. I'm going to give you a chance to find some strategies and write your number sentence and share your strategy with your parents. If you want, I would love to hear your strategy. Maybe you could even take a video of you explaining your thinking and send it to me so that I can hear what your strategy was for this problem. All right, and remember, parents, give your kids an opportunity to solve this on their own. They can do it, I promise. They just need some space, time, and guidance with maybe a place to start. So where would a place to start be for this problem? Use the clues that you have. There are a few different ways that you can start, right? You can start with what he began with, which is 4. And you can pause this again and come back to this if your kid is having a hard time. Okay, so we can start with 4, and then we can count up to 20. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, I hope you didn't mix them up, because if you mix them up, you won't know how many you added. I just counted from 4 to 20, so now I'm going to count how many I added. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So my number sentence would be 4 plus 16, which would be how many he found, is the same as, that's right, 20. We can pause again, or we can talk about another strategy. Another strategy would be starting with 20. Now I know that I only have 20 cubes, so I know a quick way to count 20 is to count one group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then use it like an array to line it up and see how much my other group of 10 is. And that way, it's just a little bit quicker. I remove a step of counting, right? Okay, so I could start with 20. Because I know that's how many Grady ended up with. And then I would take 4 away, because I know that's how many Grady started with. And I would count the rest. I'm actually going to count up from the larger number. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's an even faster way. This one would be starting, my number sentence would look different, right? I would be starting at 20, and I would use subtraction as a tool. 20 minus 4 is the same as, how many do we say was here? That's right, 16. So this is a scaffolded cognitively guided math instruction lesson where we started with really a mystery within 10, and then we scaffolded it to a lesson within 20. All right, thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.